Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
Welcome in. Tuesday morning, 9:06 on this 7th day of January. CJ Nasello. It's our daily show right here on RiverBender.com and Roku TV. Anywhere, everywhere you get this show. Oh, man. Thanks for tuning in. We're having a little bit of a issue with our Facebook page today. We'll have to see what's going on there. With that being said, we have a great conversation that is coming down the pipeline when it comes to the North Alton Godfrey Business Council. We're going to be talking all about Art Henry Tours in just a couple of minutes here with Laura Scarborough. She just joined me in the studio just a couple of minutes ago, and we just are getting the latest on, what Art Henry Tours is all about, what that group tour experience is all about. Then Aaron Bickle joins us at 10:10. Really looking forward to that conversation today as well. With that being said, before we go any further, I'm sorry if you're tuning in or trying to on social media. We're just getting some text that things aren't looking too good over there, but we'll just kind of get through it, guys, and see what we can do to fix it. With that being said, at 9:07, here's what's happening around the Riverbend. Make sure you sign up for that daily email update where you can join myself and the 70+ thousand that are in the know. The National Weather Service reported substantial snowfall across the Metro East on the 6th of January, with Godfrey receiving the highest total of 12 inches. Lambert Airport in St. Louis recorded 8.5, while St. Rose saw 10.3. Other areas include Glen Carbon and Jerseyville that both saw 8.5 inches of snow, and Belleville with just over 7 inches. Freeburg came in just under 6. Meteorologist Marshall Fowler explained that variations in precipitation types contributed to these differing totals. And now looking ahead at this other weather front that's expected on Thursday night, additional snowfall is not anticipated to exceed 1 inch. Also, in the news today, Ameren, Illinois, deployed approximately 800 personnel to restore power to the 22,000 customers still without electricity following a winter storm that impacted southern Illinois. Here's what we know. As of today, restoration efforts are still ongoing, with most customers expected to have power restored by 11 p.m. tonight. Brian Bretsch, a communications rep from Ameren, highlighted the unique challenges posed by ice storms, which can severely damage the infrastructure. He expressed gratitude for the patience of customers and acknowledged the difficult working conditions faced by these crews. The situation remains fluid, with additional resources being mobilized to assist in these recovery efforts. We'll have more details for you when they are released to us here at RiverBender. After over 24 hours of nonstop work, the village of Godfrey's roads are passable, according to Jim Lewis. Since midnight on the 5th, the department worked tirelessly to address the challenges posed by the snowstorm. Lewis praised his team for their outstanding efforts, noting that this storm is the most significant he has encountered in the past 5 years, and emphasized the importance of safe driving, urging residents that to exercise caution as some roads still have some snowy conditions. But conditions will improve with time. Local grocery stores in the Riverbend experiencing the aftermath of the storm that hit over the weekend. With the heavy snowfall and ice, shoppers, they flocked to the stores, and it led to a surge in business. Monica Schwegel, manager of Schwegel's in Alton, reported record sales, surpassing even those during the holiday season. Pretty good for the local business, however. As the roads clear, both Schwegel's and Sinclair Foods in Jerseyville face minor delays in restocking essential items like bread, milk, and eggs. Due to delayed deliveries, managers encourage patience among shoppers as they work to replenish their shelves and appreciate the community support. Also in the news today, as of January the 6th, late last night, Jersey County Highway Department reports that road conditions are mostly clear following that snowfall. County crews began pre-treating with a salt mixture Saturday night, which aided in their removal efforts. Although drifting was reported overnight, conditions did improve Monday late. As the wind calmed and the sun peeked through the clouds, County Engineer Thomas Klasner confirmed that all county highways are now passable, with remaining snowy patches expected to be cleared by evening. Recent snowfall totals reached almost 11 inches in Jerseyville and 12 inches near Elsa. We'll have more for you on this next story on our daily show tomorrow with our interview with candidate Pfister. Martha Pfister has announced her candidacy, for the position of alderman of Alton's 2nd Ward in the upcoming consolidated election in 2025. Pfister, a lifelong resident of Alton, aims to enhance neighborhood quality of life, particularly for families, by addressing issues like overgrown sidewalks and neglected parks. She's advocating for better collaboration among city departments and community groups to foster unity and transparency. With a background in public policy and nonprofit work, she plans to maintain an open communication with residents through regular meetings and newsletters. Her commitment to improving infrastructure will also be talked about on our daily show with our interview with the candidate as she's filling us in on her platform. We'll have more for you on all of the candidates from all the wards in Alton and the trustee races in Godfrey and all the other positions in the consolidated election as that election day, April the 1st, gets closer as we're here in 2025. Brighton Mayor Matt Kasten is encouraging residents to remain indoors and exercise patience as Public Works tackled road clearing following that heavy snow. He expressed gratitude for the hard work of the 4 Public Works team members and emphasized the importance of community support during this time. Kasten highlighted the difficult conditions faced by local services, including 2 IDOT trucks getting stuck. He praised neighbors helping each other by clearing driveways and assisted stranded drivers, showcasing their strong sense of community in Brighton. The American Red Cross is calling on donors to schedule appointments for blood and platelet donations in 2025. There is an urgent need for type O, negative blood, and platelets to maintain essential supplies for patients during these winter months, which often see cancellations of blood drives due to severe weather conditions. Additionally, seasonal illnesses may hinder individuals from being able to donate. In celebration of National Blood Donor Month, the Red Cross is highlighting the importance of donations and offering a chance to win big, a Super Bowl giveaway for donors who give between the 1st and the 26th of January. You can visit redcrossblood.org. That's redcrossblood.org to make an appointment today. The Illinois State Police are investigating 2 recent incidents in the DuPage and Cook County areas involving troopers responding to these vehicle crashes. On December the 31st, a squad car rear-ended by a Hyundai sedan on I-55 with a driver charged for failing to move over. And the very next day, 2 troopers struck by another vehicle while assisting a crash scene on I-57. Fortunately, there were no injuries among the troopers, but the incidents are highlighting these dangers that are faced by emergency responders. ISP is now emphasizing the importance of the move over law to protect those that are on the roadsides. And finally, in the news today, DCFS has opened applications for its 2025 scholarship program, aiming to provide a minimum of 53 academic scholarships to current and former youth in care. The initiative includes awards for children of veterans and those pursuing social work degrees in memory of 2 fallen DCFS caseworkers. Recipients can enjoy up to 5 years of tuition waivers and monthly grants of $1,577, easing the financial burden of higher education. Governor J.B. Pritzker emphasized the importance of supporting these students as they transition into college, encouraging all eligible individuals to apply before the March 31st deadline. Also, in the news today, weather. Let's take a look at it. It's 9:15. It's 21 degrees, and you can see all the closings and cancellations on RiverBender.com's homepage. 21 degrees in downtown Alton. It does feel like 24 today. Very cold, cloudy this morning, then clouds and sunshine this afternoon. However, do not be outside for an extended period of time, as they're telling us that this extreme cold can and will be dangerous for outdoor activities. Tonight, mainly clear, and it will be bitterly cold. Extreme cold, again, is not suitable for outdoor events. Air quality today is good, and that's about it when it comes to the indexes. Temperatures today will reach 23 degrees, my friends, but they're going to drop down to 3 degrees overnight as we head into Wednesday, and here's where it gets cold. On Wednesday, a high of 24, but a low of -7 degrees. That's the real temperature, not a wind chill, -7 as we head into Thursday. On Thursday, a high of 25 degrees, a low of 17. And on the 10th, Friday, a high of 29 and a low of 15 degrees. On the 11th, that's a Saturday, partly sunny skies, a high of 33, and that's going to be a low of 20. That's a look at the next 5 days. But here is what's happening now. At 9:17 in downtown Alton, it's 21 degrees, and for time and temperature throughout today, call 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back Rehab Recover and Return Home. Hey, we just got our social media stuff back up and running. You're welcome, my friends. And hey, things always work out. We're going to be taking a quick break, but when we do come back from this commercial break, make sure you go and support our sponsors. We're going to be talking all things North Alton Godfrey Business Council. This is a great show to be a part of. Then Aaron Bickle joins us in the 10 o'clock hour. You stay there. I'll stay here in the studio as we have more for you right after this on this very cold morning in downtown Alton. But now let's take a look at how the bridge is looking today before I send you all the way off to a commercial. Back after this.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. Which is good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
Let's help you with your next project.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Welcome back to our daily show on the 7th day of January. It's a Tuesday morning, and man, oh man, my friends, It is it's a cold one. It would be a great time to, I don't know, take a trip, maybe a group trip down to a nice warm place. Laura Scarborough, good morning, and how are you doing today?
Great, thank you.
Well, you're new to the North Alton Godfrey Business Council, and you're with Art Henry Tours, and 2 months into the council, it seems like you're already liking things.
They're very welcoming, meeting a lot of people, new experiences, getting out of my comfort zone for sure.
Driving the day after a snowmageddon and hoping for the best in downtown Alton, you know?
I love that word, snowmageddon.
Well, you know, take me through Art Henry Tours before we go into the North Alton Godfrey Business Council. You know, really just as an overview, what is Art Henry Tours all about?
Group tours. We're a small company. We're based out of Nashville. Small company, but been around since 1978.
Oh, wow.
Based out of Nashville, it started with just Southern tours, but then they've expanded, and we do many different destinations. But it's always focused on groups and group travel, people going places together, creating experiences and itineraries. So that is, and I do that from here, from
See,
Alton.
I love that because I think a lot of times there's always this big disconnect, and I think that especially now with new technology and how fast, you know, videos or news stories spread, it could deter somebody that maybe is, you know, in my opinion, especially for like my older adult, you know, family out there that gets kind of nervous traveling alone, to go with a group and explore something, maybe make new friends, make new connections. It's almost like a cruise ship, but that's not on the water, you know, that's more intimate.
Some people call it a land cruise,
Yeah.
because everything's planned out, your transportation included. And over those, you mentioned it, nervous. It's stress-free because somebody else is handling everything. And even if we do a fly drive where we can't take a coach to every destination we go to, but getting through the airport and just the TSA and all of those things, making connections, or when something goes wrong, just.
Well, and honestly, too, not to cut you off, but, you know, just with my experience, you know, traveling with my family, you know, my parents did this really cool trip for all of us where they, you know, we went to Europe and went to Paris and Rome and London. And it was great. But it was down to almost like the minute, you know, when we were leaving, because they had their agent book everything, and it wasn't with a group, but it was that same type of format to where, you know, even though we didn't have the people around us, we were, you know, just with us, knew where we were going. We knew what food we were having. We didn't have to worry about that pesky vendor on the street that's just trying to scam you, you know, that happens.
Right,
And
right.
It's a bad part of it, but it does happen. And those all were eliminated because of just having somebody like like yourself in this role that can really alleviate all that stress.
You bring that up about being scammed or people hassling you for money. That's the other thing. You're paying up front, one lump sum. And
Oh, I like
then
that, yeah.
then you're not having to worry, oh, gosh, we just blew it at lunch. So, dinner or parking or just like, how expenses just keep snowballing.
No National Lampoon Vacation, huh?
Right.
Well, have you always been in the tour industry?
I found myself here when I got the dream job, and that was leading group tours for a bank in Columbia, Missouri.
Oh, wow.
So got to meet a lot of great people, had some great travelers, and that's what I hope I can build here is finding those travelers that want to jump on the bus and go somewhere fun.
I always love these trips because at the old station I worked at years ago, they still do them, but they would do group tours with their, kind of diehard listeners, and there'd be, a group of them that would go, and it would be kind of cool because, it would give the personality an opportunity to go somewhere, and they're plus one, and then
Where
also.
are we going, CJ?
Right.
Let's plan it.
I think we can do it because they were going to the Nile, they were going all over the world with these folks, and it's just what I thought was fun though about that is it's not the fact that it's a cool trip and it's luxurious and all of that. It becomes this really cool experience that you almost, it's something you look forward to in a different way where you're going in and literally ready to kind of just take it all on,
in a different way. That's the facet to group travel. You're enriching that destination that, you're excited about the place you're going because you're, paying to go there and taking your time out and you're excited about going on this trip. Then the next layer is the people that you meet while you're sharing those experiences.
How many individuals do you think that out of all the trips you always let me rephrase that, because to me, if I was in your role, there'd be one person or two every group that would kind of just stick with you for a while, that you would at least remember of when you pass them by in the store, you see them on Facebook scrolling through, you're going to acknowledge. Is that kind of true?
There are people in Colombia, and I miss them.
That's cool, yeah.
We would routinely be on trips together, and now I only see them through Facebook. Mm-hmm. And then there are other friends that I made on trips where they were I was a traveler with them, not a leader, and we've connected with friends. We made friends in Arkansas. So
that's cool.
We never would have met this couple, but my husband and I just really connected with them. Anytime we're driving through Arkansas, we're like, hey, are you home? And we keep in touch, and it all started in Italy.
See, that's so cool. Well, and it's truly amazing. And, getting into the tour side of things, what's it like leading one? Okay, because I've always wondered this. The tour guide, it's the art of, they say broadcasters got a mask to wear. You guys definitely have one, because there's a lot going on these tours, and you're managing all these people. Do you guys have techniques to keep calm, cool, and collected as you're navigating folks through major cities?
Magic. I don't know. That's who I am. I love it. I love, when things go wrong, there's the challenge of, like you said, let's wear that mask and let's, get through this like the sky's not falling.
Right.
And, we're, and I've got some good stories. Medical emergencies, just different things of working through our trip, and no man left behind. Bringing everybody home.
Well, and that's got to be an interesting part too, looking back on all the tours and all the different situations, is because you're actively learning on the fly, because you're right, at certain points in times, I'm sure you're a medical liaison, or whatever kind of category or bingo card you want to pull out, throw a dart on it and land it, you'll probably be in that position for a couple of minutes at least, any given tour.
And I made light of the magic, but that is the other fun part about it, is the surprise and delight of, just thinking, okay, how can I really create an experience that they might not expect and be totally wowed by.
Well, and that's something too, because not to patronize you, but you have to be kind of good, when it comes to, managing all of this, whenever you're talking about magic and all that, and you're, like you said, kind of tongue in cheek, but it still is, because I don't think you could really write an equation to manage 14 human beings or 15 or how many are in a group. It just kind of works out that way, but you got to have the right personality for it. And that's why, I've been on Facebook and going through the shorts of the travel vloggers, and man, sometimes they have some horror stories from, their tour guides and all of these bad experiences. But when you have a good one and they know what they're doing, you don't even think about it. It's kind of like it's just a flying by you. You're just kind of like,
Nobody wants to know about the details.
Right.
That's why
they just want to go.
That's why they're doing a group tour. They don't want to deal with all the minutia.
So, take me through the last couple of years with Art Henry. What has been the most fun part of it?
You've mentioned it, the skills that I get to use of, what I love to do. I do love the planning. It's like putting together a puzzle.
I'm sure.
And I love that part of it. I love leading the groups and seeing new things. I love other people selling me on their destinations. And I love working with the vendors. Like, okay, you know what? How about a behind-the-scenes tour, or could you do this, or can we have this special experience? And a lot of times, I'm bringing in new business concepts to their mind, like, no, you're really interesting. People would really love to do this. Like, what? I do
I'm
this
sure.
every day. They're not going to be interested. No, it's really cool.
Well, and see, that's where I think it's really remarkable too, because no matter, where your tours are or where you're going, that's a direct, it's not just economic impact, but it's that connection that lasts longer than that trip ever will. Where if in 5 years or even 5 months, if that individual's passing through, if it's in Nashville or you name it, they're going to try to go back there and take their friends to it because of how great that experience was, that you were able to help create for them. Getting really into this too, I got to ask, what happens when you got a complainer, like a real just cracking of a Karen? You know what I'm saying here? And have you ran into that experience yet, where like nothing worked?
I mean, have you ran into that experience?
Well,
just
yes.
at the grocery store on the road? Yes, they're all over.
Do you just put on the smile and keep walking through it? Like, is that all you can do?
I mean, we experience life. We experience those people day to day. So yes, you're going to, and other people, we know when we're around, a person like that. Don't get me wrong, it's not ganging up,
Right.
but people sniff that out.
Yeah.
And then they kind of, put them in their corner.
Yeah.
Did that sound bad? Just
No, but you're right, because I haven't been a part of like a group, like a bigger trip tour, but like going to different places, and you're in even just guided tours, and there's always that one person that you're like, oh my God, oh my goodness, give me the strength today. I'm going on the news. I'm going to make it on the local news, But after a while, you're correct. It's like, the people pretty quickly, the snow globe effect takes in, where it's like, oh, get me away from this person. And it kind of fixes itself too. It's just kind of like, honestly, you know what I think? It's kind of like going on a field trip in school. And because you get the kids that are cranky sometimes, and then by the end of the day, they're the happiest people you've ever met, and they're two different people. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that happens too.
And the way you use the word, field trip, I think that's a very good metaphor for what adult group travel is. It's like you're in school again, and you get to go somewhere special.
Well, and that's what I think's really cool, is you're creating that experience for people that a lot of times I'm sure haven't traveled for years, and they want to do something new, and they're tired of being cooped up, and maybe the pandemic kind of got them stir crazy, and they've been saving money for that trip for 4 years, or who X, Y, and Z, throw it out there. That's what I think's really cool, because you're giving that person that really unique experience to truly bring back kind of that nostalgia feeling of being around different people, meeting them, and having those new connections, and living the trip and living life through it.
A lot of people find their time to travel is that new chapter in life. It's retirement, or it's after taking care of a loved one for a long time, and then that loved one passes, and now you're on your own making your new chapter. So that seems to be the gateway, to a lot of people joining group tours.
What was your first tour?
The very first, I can't tell you what the first one was, but when you asked the question, so this wasn't the first one, but the Rose Parade.
Wow.
Going to the Rose Parade. So everything that we're discussing, that keeps coming up as my, it has all the examples of everything that we're talking about.
It was the gauntlet.
It was, yes, we had long delays in airports, getting there, and we had great experiences. We wanted to go back as soon as we were leaving. So,
wow. That's cool.
So, but you asked what the first one was. Was that for a memorable thing, or just...
No, I was just kind of curious. I always find it fascinating just to see where it goes, because, with it all, your memory's a funny thing, and you're going to... And just the fact that, we're just talking, you keep flashing back to the, the Rose Parade, and that trip is just kind of interesting to me, because it just like everything hits the checklist of, what that question kind of framed around, which I think's cool.
Now I've got it. The first one was Washington to to Los Angeles on
That's-
Highway 101 or whatever.
wow.
So that was really cool.
Wow, that
Yes.
has to be awesome. Now, take me through all the different locations you can go to. Does it just depend on what group you're booking?
Okay, so we customize
Okay.
groups. So a group can be just give it a number and say 12 or more.
Okay.
And that could be a group of girls. It could be family members. It could be, and then we customize that trip. It could be a church group, school group. But when we plan a tour that we are going to collect our passengers and travelers, we are gearing it towards 55 and better.
Okay, yeah.
older adults.
For sure.
We do a couple of those a year, and otherwise we're selling to other group leaders that have their preformed groups.
See, I like that, and to me, it's a great opportunity. Not for every business per se, but if you're an investment firm and you have the clients that are able to do it, give them that kind of opportunity to say, hey, why don't we do a client appreciation trip and let's take everybody on here, maybe not have them pay full price, but we'll cover the largest portion of it and, let them kind of cover the bare minimum or maybe pay for all of it. Who knows, just depending on how nice your clients are. But it's just, for things like that, the I don't want to say high end, but the folks that have those longer term relationships with their partners, why not take that opportunity to go, wow, I'll reach out to someone right here in the North Alton Godfrey Business Council and really do this? Because, no, I don't think a lot of people do those trips around here.
Not that I'm aware of.
I really don't know. I don't know a lot of things, but but like I said, in St. Louis, I've seen them, but here it's not very frequent. And what great opportunities then to just reach out to you, Laura, and say, hey, let's do this.
Right.
And where can we not go?
What do you mean?
Is there any place that you go, I can't book that?
No.
That's what I was curious about. See, that's what I think's fun about it.
Yes.
It's really up to our imagination on what we wanted to
Right.
do. Well, I see that you have the Opry paper in front of me here, May 2nd through the 5th. I want to talk about that trip coming up. We got to take a quick break. I got to pay a quick bill. More Daily Show on this Tuesday morning. It's 20 degrees right here in downtown Alton. It's a cold one. Back after this.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Oh, get on over here. Welcome back, Daily Show, smacking you in the nose on this Tuesday morning, the 7th day of January. Back with Laura, Art Henry Tours. You know what I think it is? It's the Alton kid in me, because I saw Henry Street, Henry, and I just went immediately to Henry Street. It was almost like Art Henry Tours were meant to have a base here in Alton, eventually.
I think so, you're right.
Well, getting into this, wanted to talk about a few things that you had over there coming down the pipeline. And you said during break that you were working with a few local individuals just to kind of help get this thing going, huh? Or how does that work?
Right. So Judy Reinders at Travel Leaders. She's helping me get the word out about the trips that we are promoting, and going to the Grand Ole Opry in May is the first one coming down the pipe.
Cool. And now, what day is that?
That is May 2nd through the 5th. And this is where I can go into the nuts and bolts of group travel. So
I would like to just hear a little bit of it just for the folks that are interested, because you never know what this show can do. We got some people that are pretty cold right now, so any trip sounds good.
So our trips include all the transportation. So
Cool.
This would be a motor coach that would take you down to Nashville. It includes 6 meals, 3 shows. So one of those shows being the reason for this trip being planned when it is the Grand Ole Opry turns 100 next year. So they'll be celebrating all year long with very special things that we can do as a group. Backstage tours, meeting an Opry member backstage, getting photo ops, having a catered dinner on backstage at the Grand Ole Opry. Then, of course, the show is all, very geared towards the celebration and bringing back all the members and everything.
That's really cool.
So that is like the firework of the tour.
That's the main event.
That's the main event. But it's Nashville. So around that, you've got...
You can create your own main event in Nashville.
You can. All the bachelorettes, too.
So did Morgan Wallen. Oh, that's great. What is this? What is a trip like this, right? Because, honestly, it's one of those where you're getting everything's done for you. All the stress of it's gone. So you're paying not only for the trip, but you're paying for the service of not having to literally lift a finger for this.
Right. And like I said, all your expenses are up front, so you don't have to worry about any gratuities or anything extra. There are a few lunch on your owns or something, and that might be when you're downtown honky tonkin' and you want to grab a beer or something. That's on you. And but other than that, most six meals are included in this trip. And then you're going admissions and tours and a singer-songwriter.
Wow,
So
all of it's covered.
Yeah, we've got some secret sauce that we pack into all of our trips. And in Nashville, being based out of Nashville and having a lot of connections there, you get to meet some singer-songwriters that are actually in the business and get to ask them all of their questions, get to hear how they play poker with, I just was blown away. Like, oh, wow, you're really like in this small little community where you guys are, interacting. And when you're writing a song, you're thinking about that person. Look at me. I just get
It's
the
so
stars
cool,
in
though.
my eyes because it's such a great experience.
If you're feeling like that after all the years you've been a part of travel, think about what you're going to be feeling like when you go for the first time, at home. That's what I think's really cool is the fact that there's so many people that haven't, done that. Just even have an experience somewhat close to that would be amazing.
Right.
So that one's coming down the pipeline, May the 2nd through the 5th, but there's also one more, correct?
Well, we're also doing Route 66. I don't have exact details but that one I'm really in the planning
Oh,
stages.
okay. So that's a stay tuned.
That's
a
stay
teaser.
tuned.
That's a teaser. All righty.
But Costa Rica in December.
Okay, see, that sells itself. You don't even need to talk about
I
that
know.
one. I would. I see. Now, do they get to stay in the rainforest? Because I saw someone. Oh, that's just awesome. I just
Yeah.
think that is the coolest thing. All right. Before I let you go, I wanted to talk with you about this house that you're fixing up on Henry Street. Correct?
Right.
Is it your home currently?
We're not living there. We're entertaining a lot.
That's
and
cool. I like it.
And because we're entertaining a lot and love decorating for the different seasons and bringing people in, people have been like, "Oh, you should do a tour."
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah, we'd love to do that. And I wonder if there's other people that would love to do that and bring back the home tour here in Alton.
This is cool. I think that would be awesome. And now, with that being said, would you, if someone reached out today, let's just say, they wanted to book a tour with you, they're also like, hey, I live in Middletown too, and I think this is a great idea. Is that something that you'd be willing to accept?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
No, please.
I love it.
Contact
Yeah.
me and say,
We'll set it up. We'll get this done today. We are going to connect this one today because I think that would be the coolest thing to do a home, because those homes are so beautiful, and just the character in them really is what I think is amazing, and the history that still lives in those houses is just wonderful. And
Yes.
and everyone does such a good job up there of really preserving. At least, there's always some marking of the family that lived there prior, and I think that's what's really cool about it too.
Yes.
What are you looking forward to the most when your house is all fixed up and done? Is there a project you're working
Well,
on?
you're mentioning this history, and
Yeah.
this really, we're really excited to be able to live in it,
Yeah.
and enjoy it full time. But we're also we're so busy in the getting it done and getting moved into it. But in the back of our heads, we want to know more. We want
Right.
to know who lived here before. We want to know their stories. There's so many clues that there's something really interesting to learn. And we just haven't taken the time or done the research. But that's the other benefit of doing a home tour, is working with landmarks and working with Hainer Library and researching and finding out all the interesting things about our home.
Lacey will help you down there. She joins us once a week. With that being said, really great speaking with you, Laura. But before I let you go, we have a couple of minutes. What do you want to, you're new to the council. If you could, real quick, what's your takeaway of the Business Council? What are your thoughts? And give Zeke a rating on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of effectiveness. Also, why should people join it?
Oh, it is so welcoming. So that 1 to 10. 10.
There you go, Zeke, and I didn't even pay her.
It makes me feel so.
You're right. I'm not. Yeah.
I'm here with you. I
Right.
would never be sitting here across from you or have met you.
Right.
And there's other people that I'm meeting that
True.
it's every meeting I've sat across from somebody and had a good conversation. I just look forward to that going on and on. Then the speakers.
See, that's cool. Great job. Great job. Well, I mean, I'm serious, because that's sometimes what people don't realize is you're not only getting, it's not this traditional, hello, my name's Laura Scarborough. I'm the group sales manager at Art Henry Tours, and which is fine if you're into it. I never will dog that, but it's really cool to have this kind of organic networking where it's like, hey, here's such and such from our group, and now let's go learn about what the bi-state development region's doing, this week or this year at the meeting, with that speaker engagement.
Like being in the know.
That's what's cool. I just think it's great. Well, Laura, how can we reach out to you? And I got a couple of final, just kind of quick questions. Individuals can call you to plan their own group tour, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And now, when it comes to the Opry, is the work with JR, is that just like a home base for you for right now, or how does that partnership work, or that connect?
It is just a partnership.
That's cool.
Where I plan it, I give her the product, and we share in trying to promote it.
Okay, that's really cool. That's what I was trying just to clarify. I love it. With that being said, whether or not you want to go today, tomorrow, or next week, or maybe last week before the snow hit, you can call Laura or visit arthenry.com. and see how you can take your next adventure today. With that being said, Laura, thank you so much for your time, and I hope someone calls you for that home tour in Middletown. It's time.
Thanks.
Well, before we take a quick break, if you're somebody who is new into the business world right here into the 618, join the North Alton Godfrey Business Council, or if you're one of our St. Louis friends, St. Charles friends, and you want to be a part of this growing community, be a part of it. Come on, NAGBC.com, and don't forget to tell them you know who sent you over their way. We'll take a quick break, more Daily Show after this.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was going to make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I knew I got I turned us on. Turn us on. When you're coming home, I can't go on. Turn us on. I knew I got I turned to stone.
9:52, welcome back. It is Our Daily Show on this Tuesday morning, the 7th day of January. Aaron Bickle joins us in a couple of minutes time. And man, it is like a weird day out there. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. It's just one of those that kind of, just ominous. Probably the right word. Anyway, hey, I got a couple of minutes until top of the hour news. So here's what's happened on this date in history. How great was that segment with Laura? Honestly, I like this idea of Art Henry tours. We might have to do a Daily Show trip. That'd be fun. We get a group and we go to like Tuscaloosa or something, go gamble for a weekend. Call it a good old day. Hey, here's what happened on this date in history. In the year 1610, Galileo discovered Jupiter's 4 moons. During this month, astronomer Galileo made the earth-shaking discoveries that 4 moons revolve around Jupiter and that the telescope reveals many more stars that are visible than they are to the naked eye. Also, on this date in history, Hirohito, the Emperor of Japan, was born or died on this date in 1989. There you go. All righty, let's see what else happened on this date in history. In 1968, uncrewed U.S. space probe Surveyor 7 was launched and, a few days later, made a soft landing on the moon. And in 1957, American journalist Katie Couric, who was the first solo anchor of a major network, CBS, evening news program, was born on this date. And on this date in the year 1800, Millard Fillmore, one of the least known presidents, I think, born on this date in the year 1800, the 13th president of the United States. And also on this date in 1844, one final one. This is really cool. Saint Bernadette, the French girl whose visions of the Virgin Mary led to the founding of the Shrine of the Lords, was born in that town on this date in the year 1844. On this date, in terms of music, Michael Jackson in 2010, was the best-selling artist of the year. He moved 8.2 million units. And 40 years after their breakup, the Beatles were still the best-selling group thanks to their master catalog, which sold 3.2 million copies. Digital downloads, however, they were a different story. Lady Gaga was the queen of downloads, selling 15.2 million digital tracks. The Black Eyed Peas, Michael Jackson, and Taylor Swift, they all finished in the vicinity of 12 million downloads. On this date in 2001, American rhythm and blues soul singer James Carr died at the age of 58 after being turned down by Stax. He made his first recordings for Goldwax Records in 1964. He released several singles on the label before achieving his first success in 1966 with You've Got My Mind Messed Up, which reached number 7 on the Billboard R&B charts. On this date in 1994, Oasis started recording their debut album at Monnow Valley Studio in South Wales. It was released in August in 1994. It became the fastest-selling debut album of all time in the UK, surpassed finally in 2006 by the Arctic Monkeys' debut album, Whatever People Say I Am, That's What I'm Not. The album, this one, went on to sell over 12 million copies worldwide, and it featured, of course, this iconic tune. Supersonic, how about that? On this date in history, started to get worked on, and there you go, a little bit of 90s music love for all you. Also on this date in 1981, the Police played the first night of a North American tour at the University of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, during their Zenyatta Mandata World Tour. And on this date in 1980, Pink Floyd released Another Brick in the Wall, Part 2 in the U.S. The single peaked at number 1 on both the U.S. UK charts, giving Pink Floyd their first and only number 1 hit single. The single went on to be number 1 in many other countries, including Australia, Germany, and Italy. Here, let's take a quick little peek at the music video. There you go. Little Pink Floyd for you today. How about that for a Tuesday? Oasis, Pink Floyd, what else can we find on this date in music history? We'll take another quick peek. On this date in 1974, Aerosmith played at the Michigan Theater in Detroit. The first date on their 56-date North American Get Your Wings tour. On this date in 1971, Black Sabbath released Paranoid, their second studio album in the U.S. The album featured the band's best-known signature songs, including Iron Man and War Pigs, and the album was originally titled War Pigs, but allegedly the record company changed it to Paranoid, featuring backlash from supporters of the ongoing Vietnam War. And on this date in 1964, the Beatles recorded a 7-song appearance for the BBC radio program Saturday Club. They played All My Lovin', Money, The Hippie Hippie Shake, I Wanna Hold Your Hand, Roll Over Beethoven, Johnny Be Good, and I Wanna Be Your Man. The show was broadcast on the 15th while the Beatles were in the United States. Finally, Bill Haley, Rock Around the Clock by Bill Haley in the comments, entered the UK chart for the first time on this date in 1955. The original full title of the song was We're Gonna Rock Around the Clock Tonight, and it's often cited as the biggest selling vinyl rock and roll single of all time, with sales over 25 million copies. Wow, that's incredible. Alrighty. Born on this date in music history, John Rich from the group Lone Star. Kenny Loggins was born on this date. Dave Cousins, Mike McGear, Danny Williams, Paul Revere. And that's about it. On this date in music history and on this date in history, we got it done in time, my friends. How about that? Hey, we'll come back with more Daily Show with top of the hour news. But first, let's see how we're looking. Downtown Alton, we'll go back to it. Come back with more Daily Show after a quick commercial break on this Tuesday morning. We'll see you soon.
Baby, you just ain't seen nothing yet. Nothing yet, you ain't been around.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit villagedispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Welcome back to our Daily Show. Here's CJ.
That land of gentle breezes where the peaceful waters flow. Spread your tiny wings and fly away, and take the snow back with you where it came from on that day.
Nice little shot there at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. A little bit of White House camera action. Look at that. It moved. We've had that sucker going for a month now, and I don't think I've seen a different shot but that one. Looks good. Hey, welcome back to our Daily Show on this Tuesday morning. We will have another conversation in just a couple of minutes, but top of the hour news now at 10:03. The National Weather Service did report the substantial snowfall, and we do have final numbers here in the Metro East region. The Godfrey area received the highest total of accumulative snow with 12 inches of snow. Lambert Airport in St. Louis saw 8.5 inches, while St. Rose saw 10.3. Other areas include Glen Carbon and Jerseyville at 8.5 inches, Belleville with just over 7, and Columbia at 6. Meteorologist Marshall Fowler explained that variations in precipitation types contributed to differing totals, and looking ahead, another winter front expected Thursday night, though additional snowfall is not expected to exceed 1 inch. Also in the news today, Ameren, Illinois has been working hard around the clock, deploying approximately 800 personnel to restore power to 22,000 customers who are still without electricity following that winter storm. As of today, restoration efforts are ongoing, with most customers expected to have power restored by 11 p.m. tonight. Brian Brecht, a communications rep for Ameren, highlighted the unique challenges that are posed by these ice storms, which can severely damage infrastructure. He expressed gratitude for the patience of customers and acknowledged the difficult working conditions that are faced by these crews. The situation remains fluid, with additional resources being mobilized to assist in recovery efforts. During the 9 o'clock top of the hour news, we went through how every area in our coverage map, every town, Alton, Godfrey, Brighton, Granite City, throughout the area, how they dealt with and are handling the roads. We have more conversations to get to today, but for those full write-ups again that are on the respective towns and how they managed and prepared for this winter storm, they're available at RiverBender.com/news. We want to thank the news team for their hard work on getting out and about and risking the safety of themselves to take a few photos and making sure that we could still bring you that coverage. Finally, in the news today, local grocery stores in the Riverbend area, well, they felt the support of their community as they supported its community by having all the groceries needed to survive that winter storm. With heavy snowfall and ice, the folks, they flocked to stores all across the region in preparation, leading to a surge in business. Monica Schwegel, the manager of Schwegel's in Alton, reported record sales that surpassed even those during the holiday season. However, as the roads clear, Schwegel's and Sinclair Food in Jerseyville face minor delays in restocking essentials, so please be patient. Items like milk, eggs, and bread are delayed deliveries. Managers encourage patience among the shoppers as they work to replenish their shelves and appreciate the community's support. And before I go to weather, if you need milk after all the milk that I saw bought the last couple, it's only been 24 to 48 hours. You'll be good until Friday. Let's take a look at weather. 10:06, it's 21 degrees. Sorry, just had to get that. I saw somebody the other day. They had, seriously, 4 gallons of milk. They were one person. 4 gallons of milk. They had like all this fruit, and they were lying to themselves. And then they had all this bread or all these eggs. It was ridiculous. It was a ridiculous amount of cartons of eggs. You don't need all that for 12 hours. You got through it. We managed. We're there. Yeah, we won. All right, hey, 21 degrees here in the 618. It feels like 25 out there. Today it's very cold, and there will be times of sun, times of clouds. Afternoon will bring more cold temperatures, folks. Tonight, mainly clear, and this is when the bitter cold starts to come into play again. The overnight warming locations are available and open for those who do need to stay warm. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're without a home. It just means that maybe your heating went out and you need a place to stay warm. You don't have family locally. Utilize the overnight warming locations to make sure you're safe. Temperatures will drop down to 3 degrees tonight, and we already have a little bit of a shift in our temperatures for Wednesday. On Wednesday, a high of 25, and they are raising the low temperature, but don't get excited. They've only raised it 4 degrees. It went from -8 this morning to now the low on Wednesday being -4 degrees. On Thursday, a high of 25, a low of 23, and on Friday, a dusting of snow, some accumulative, going to be less than an inch, inch and a half. 29 degrees on Friday, a low of 15. On Saturday, the 11th of January, a high of 33, a low of 20. Partly sunny skies await us as we start off our weekend. Alrighty, my friends, while I have you, you don't want to go through another winter storm feeling like you did, and I know that you did because you didn't listen to me. Listen, guys, I'm just trying to make your life easier, okay? I told you during Thanksgiving, the way that you're going to get by it, through the in-laws, through the problem family member, is by going to Village Dispensary and grabbing a little box of edibles. It doesn't have to be a massive edible, just a 2.5 milligram or a 5 milligram, just to keep you nice and smiling until the event's done and over with. But you know what you could have done also? You could have stopped in there Friday or Saturday, and you could have had a heck of a snow day on Sunday and Monday. That's all I'm trying to tell you. You know, at Village Dispensary, every day is a special day, and they're all about the community. They're all about supporting everything here in the 618 through community drives, through outdoor events for the public to be a part of, and opportunities for vendors to sell their wares and make some profits, and also about just destigmatizing the cannabis industry and really just getting us back to reality a bit. You know, at Village Dispensary, they're all about education. If you're scared or you don't like it, or maybe you just want to go in and ask questions, go in and sit down in their consultation area, and they'll take care of everything that you need to get through the day. And whatever questions you have, their staff's knowledgeable. They'll have you in and out. You aren't going to sit there for 4 hours. And if you're somebody that knows what you're getting, this isn't Casey's with that guy that has $400 worth of lottery tickets that are all losers, that you're sitting there for 45 minutes waiting to scan, and you're just, get out of the line like John Panetti. Nah, not at Village Dispensary. They'll have you in and out faster than you can say Snoop Dogg, Willie Nelson, and Up and Smoke in a sentence. Hey, at Village Dispensary, every day is special. And don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way. VillageDispo.com to place your order. Get those Aero Pods, and now the crystal clear disposables, my friend. Well, I guess the microphone made my chef's kiss for me because I bumped it, but chef's kiss. 1009 VillageDispo.com. Don't forget to tell them you know who sent you over their way, because it's a joint effort. More Daily Show right after this one.
When it's time for leaving, I hope you'll understand that I was born a rambling man. My father was a gambler down.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Welcome back to Our Daily Show. Here's CJ.
Welcome back, Daily Show, on the 7th day of January. It is, you need a toboggan to get down here. We got a full studio. We got Aaron, we got Jacob, and we got Joey. There we go. My screen wasn't switching. And this is a really good opportunity, especially with the new year rolling over. And it seems like that's when everybody has the couple of seconds to maybe think about or try to think about what they'd like to accomplish this year, what they'd like to learn about. And, you know, when it comes to children and when it comes to addressing and identifying trauma, or, you know, anyone really, you could be a cashier at a gas station, but you could see somebody that's in distress and maybe go out and help them, or maybe try to, you know, steer them in the right direction. And with this, another great opportunity. This is cool. How are we doing today?
Yes, doing great. Doing great.
Did you sled down here? Or?
Just about.
Everyone's going, CJ's so dramatic. I promise you, downtown Alton is worse than your neighborhood.
It's so
Sorry. It's 22, and that's just the facts of life today, but I'm glad you made it.
Yes.
And Aaron, I'm so glad to have you in studio talking about
thank
this.
you.
How did this all come about?
So, Refuge received a state grant through Safe from the Start, which focuses a lot on community collaboration and community awareness of childhood exposure to trauma. And we have been partners with Bethalto Church of God for years, really since we started. They've been supporters of the work that we do and have been very receptive to just conversations about children with trauma. And you know, the faith-based community in the church, most of them have children's ministries and youth ministries and are really trying to reach kids that not only come from families that maybe aren't so prevalent with complex trauma, but also trying to reach those kids that are coming from really hard places. Yeah. And Bethalto Church of God is one of those churches that really has a heart for kids that are coming from hard places.
I love that. And before we touch on that, you know, I think, Aaron, too, you know, when we think trauma, I think is a blanket statement just in like a societal, you know, statement. Yes. I think sometimes we try to maybe pinpoint, you know, all trauma is just this certain type of trauma, but it comes in all forms, all shapes and sizes. And at Refuge, I know that you guys encounter that every day.
Yeah, and whenever I use the word complex trauma, forgive me, I sometimes don't go into description of that. That's really those traumas that can be ongoing.
Okay.
So children in homes with domestic violence, sexual abuse, physical abuse, poverty,
mental abuse, I'm sure.
where maybe there's not adequate food and sleeping, and yes, emotional abuse, all of those things. So they're typically not traumas. I don't want to minimize the one and done because we want to help those children as well, but children who are coming from more complex.
Well, and that's good to identify though, and a good kind of taste of what we could learn too coming down the pipeline, because just that statement alone, I mean, you know, you had just a great way of kind of getting that out, but we don't know that as folks that maybe don't study that or have come across that ever, or we don't realize we've come across it. And, you know, in the church setting, this is such an important place because, you know, this is the opportunity for folks to go no matter who, where, what, when, and why you are, to go in and be in a place of trust. And with you guys in your positions, what have you been able to see in your experiences with children that are maybe coming into church to feel love with God and also maybe to feel safe?
Yeah, I mean, a couple of years ago, I went to Aaron's fundraising banquet, and that's really where I had this light bulb moment about how trauma is not just necessarily things that I think are trauma, but, you know, regardless, you know, children who lose a parent at a young age possibly is something that could cause trauma in their life, and then they grow up to be adults, and so how do we, you know, interact with them throughout their whole life? And so, you know, we started talking to Aaron about how could we as a church, you know, educate those volunteers and leaders that we have to be able to better care for all of the children and teenagers that come in on a weekly basis, because it's not just about, you know, families that maybe come on our transportation ministry, but also, you know, families that just show up every week and their parents are already with them in worship. leadership. And so we want to be able to, care for the whole person.
What have you seen just within the church since going to Aaron's, event and learning more about this? What have you seen, just in terms of growth, in terms of morale, when you've been able to kind of implement and start to utilize some of what you've learned from Aaron and others?
Yeah, I would say, and Pastor Joey leads our youth ministry, but one of the biggest things...
he's the one I'm putting the light on here.
Yeah.
You're all right. You're all right. I'm fine.
I think the biggest thing for me is the lead pastor has been, reminding people like what we see at the surface is probably not the actual issue we're dealing with.
Yeah.
What we're seeing at the surface is how they're kind of reacting based on their circumstance, but there's probably something much deeper that we need to be mindful of that's really going on.
Well, and Jacob, it brings up such a very important point, and Joey, this is where you come in, and all jokes aside, I mean, you have a very important role because, any time, and, not to make light of this, but, when I'm watching a documentary on somebody and I go, wow, what type of child, no wonder they kind of acted like this, or I can see why they had these thoughts. And you realize they had no role model, and as a young age, they had no parental figure. They, maybe were chaperoned, and that was about it. And if they had someone like, a youth group, a youth pastor, or somebody like that in the church, I mean, who knows what just that one connection to do to prevent somebody from maybe not learning the proper, tools to thrive.
Yes, and I think that's the goal here is to try to educate our leaders and help, so they can effectively reach those kids when they're coming to us. That we're not don't have a lack of understanding when they show up and we're here to reach them, but we understand what it means to meet them where they are and try to deal with those things and help minister to those kids. And like you said, give them that leader or that resource to try to help them get past what they're facing.
And now this is where I find it really fascinating too is, how do you, all of you really is a great question for all of you, but how do you have that conversation? Because there's some adults that I know that aren't, I don't think, able to have that conversation if somebody is in crisis. It's not because they're not intelligent enough, or it's not because they're not, X, Y, or Z. It's just they don't have the training. They don't know how to identify it, and it becomes a generational issue to them where it's like, oh, it might just be X, Y, and Z from, little Johnny, or he's just not having a good day. But you know what I'm getting at here?
Yeah,
There's just
I think, too, that part of this training, the hope is that maybe it will deal with some of the trauma that maybe some of our leaders those that don't know they're experiencing themselves, right? And we talked about that it may cause some triggering in those that are listening, and that's kind of, I think the goal is if you can see it in yourself first, to help understand those around us.
Well, and see, that's such an important thing too, and you see this in the rebirth of people all the time when they really go back and, maybe they're doing great, life's good on the outside, and man, look at that car and look how nice their house is, but they're struggling for a couple of years, and then they kind of break themselves down and they go and explore those traumas. They explore all those things because life's not fulfilling them yet. And just things like that could happen at the session. And what better time to with a room full of people that know how to handle that too, instead of doing that at home, maybe just by yourself when things could get a little bit dangerous if you're sitting at home with your thoughts alone.
Yeah. And I think one of the keys to really reaching children, youth, and even adults is that relationship. And so I think that the better we can equip people to understand the science behind trauma, like how it really changes people's brains, and how we can come in and learn about ourselves and our own responses and reactions to the behaviors that we see with children, with youth, and even with adults, then we can more easily build that relationship. And that's when those conversations come that people maybe are sharing things that you can help address, if that makes sense.
Well, and a part of this training that's coming up on January the 11th from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. So you're going to be you're going to be learning, and that's a really good way to do this. It's not going to be an hour where you just get a little bit of an overview. I mean, you're going to have some exploring to do. You're going to be there, Aaron, and also another guest speaker, Angie Darden, is going to be with you. Fill me in on what she'll be talking about.
Yeah, so Angie works at Refuge as well, and she is our community educator, and so she's really going to go into kind of the science behind how trauma literally impacts children's brain development and how early childhood is the most critical time of development and the time period when the brain actually develops the most rapidly. And so we're going to take a look at how those adverse childhood experiences really impact that brain development. But then also she'll go into what are the protective factors to that. And there's a research study called ACEs, Adverse Childhood Experiences Study, which is a groundbreaking study that really shows the impact early childhood trauma has on later adulthood issues like health, an increase of people with health concerns, cancer, alcoholism, heart disease. And so we'll go into the Adverse Childhood Experiences Study to help people really understand that it is deeper than the behaviors that we're seeing.
So important. And we'll take a quick break and we'll come back and chat a little bit more about this. We'll talk refuge because I haven't had you on the show in a little bit. Where have you been?
I know.
And then we'll also talk about the church and ways that we can be involved as well. The time is 10:24 on the 7th day of January. It's 20 degrees in downtown Alton. That temperature keeps dropping. Stay inside today if you don't have to drive. Hot chocolate, coffee it, and call it a good old day and keep watching our daily show right here on Roku TV and RiverBender.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back. Told you the best part of the show happens during the break, but I'd also have no audience. With that being said, we're back with Aaron, Jacob, and Joey. Aaron with Refuge, and then over there, Jacob and Joey with the Bethalto Church of God. Before we dive back into the training opportunity coming up, Aaron, how's Refuge been? I haven't seen you in a while.
Refuge has been good.
You've been busy is what happened.
Yes, we are busy, but we're really looking looking forward to this year. This is our 10th anniversary of serving.
Are you serious?
Children 2025, and
That's
so
awesome.
we
Wow.
are so grateful and thankful to be a part of this community that has made this possible.
Well, and when I just, overview, just kind of topical thing, but, I've had, the mental health, Madison County Mental Health Board on, and talking about some of the mental health training they're doing for some of the school districts now, like I believe it was East Alton and some of the others. In the 10 years Refuge has been open, what's it like to kind of see, some of these things start to take place? I mean, it's slower than I'm sure we'd all like to see it happen, but it's still got to be interesting to see the growth. What are your takeaways just on the mental health scene and supporting children overall the last 10 years?
Yeah, I think that we have come a long way, and I'm just so grateful that mental health, though there's still stigma, is a lot more talked about than it was even 10 years ago. And so this community, I feel like really embraces.
I do too. Yeah, that's true.
Really embraces.
That's not a patronizing statement. You're right, because we say that sometimes just to say it, but you're right. I mean, this is 100% honest. They do.
Yeah, and we've got a lot of really, really good services. We are extremely blessed and fortunate in this community.
So how do you feel about this, Aaron? And Jacob, Joey, you can weigh in too. I told some county leadership a couple months ago, I said, how great would it be if instead of, I get there's all this potential money, we take some of that and we just promote all the nonprofit services that are out there for 6 months. I don't care who it is or what it is, just give them like a couple thousand, and let's make sure people know about this, because half the time people just don't know the services are there for them,
Right.
And I'm sure in church too, when folks are talking to you and you're having conversations with parents and parishioners and children, it's, you have these things going, man, I wish there was something out there. And then you call Aaron or you take a quick look and there it is, know?
Yeah. Well, I do think that this area is really blessed. My wife and I have been here since 2021.
Okay.
And so just the last 4 years. And, getting
Where'd you come from, if it's okay?
We pastored up by Taylorville, Illinois. Okay. So kind of more central
So
of the
still
state.
in the Buzz Magazine area.
Yeah.
Okay, just that's for our audience. That was an inside joke.
Okay. I was like, I don't know Buzz Magazine. Okay.
Don't say that. Don't say that. He knows Buzz Magazine.
Okay. But anyway, in coming down here, I got to know Aaron's organization, then realized that was part of a larger Riverbend Family Ministries, which is a really
wonderful,
unique opportunity. And there's so many resources in this area, and having them all under that one roof in Riverbend Family Ministries is awesome. And then I know there's so many others, but this area is blessed in that way.
Well, and this is what I just think is incredible, is the fact that throughout the year, everyday people can go and learn this stuff too. It's not just for the, the licensed professionals that need the continuing education, because everyone really needs this. If you're coaching a park and rec sports team, if you're a cashier at a gas station, you don't realize how many people you encounter each and every day, and just what those couple of seconds could mean,
Yeah, and we would love to this year, and Angie, like I said, is our community awareness educator, and we would love to hit those types of groups. We have opportunities to do trainings at no cost, to really give this information about early childhood trauma and how it impacts them. They can contact us at Refuge, and so...
Okay, perfect. We'll link that in an article, because the more we can talk about this and get you guys out there, why not?
Absolutely. And we got a specific grant for early childhood education, prevention, and treatment. And so we want to reach those, not just educators, daycare centers, but people who are coaching Little League, T-ball teams, have tumbling classes.
Well, and those are the ones you kind of see having these issues the most, because a lot of those, especially park and rec children that are younger, come from, maybe lower income families that have a lot going on. And you just never, because that's my experience, just me personally going and coaching all the stuff I've done is, just the middle school side of things, and going, all right, you got to tone it down today, CJ, because there's about 13 people that are having a really bad day, and we need to figure out why. Just things like that could help so much and keep those relationships strong.
Yeah.
Now, I got a question for you.
Sure.
This is 9 to 4 p.m. So when's lunch?
Noon to 1.
Oh, and there's breakfast. You guys are taking care of everybody today. How about that? Yes. So if before the training session starts at 8:30 a.m. until 9 a.m., I do have notes. I'm not that good. Breakfast is available and lunch for $5 a piece, or just all. Okay. Really?
All together.
Wait, what?
Yes. Right?
How about,
Yeah.
Jesus, I just want to go for the lunch.
Yeah.
Well, what a great opportunity. And now this is going to be on January the 11th, which, is that a Saturday?
That's this Saturday.
Saturday.
Gosh, dang. Yeah, it's this Saturday. Man, I'm getting back into work and the calendar's kind of hit me in the mouth here.
Yeah.
But what a great opportunity. And really, no matter who you are, be a part of this. It's a $25 registration fee. It covers you and your team. So
Yeah.
what is...
So if you're at a church, if you are affiliated with a church and you want to send your children's pastors, youth pastors,
Yeah.
anyone really from that church, $25, you can send them all.
Are
Or
you
if you're-
serious?
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys really want people just to learn here. I mean, I'm not being
Right.
funny, but you see that sometimes on these training sessions where it gets kind of costly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what a really cool thing. And now take me through the partnership here with the church and Refuge. How did this happen?
Yes.
Well, it's bigger than me.
Yeah.
They've been connected for a long time.
Yeah, so one of the things whenever we launched Refuge, 10 years ago, 11 years ago, but 10 years we've been serving clients this year, we knew that we had to reach educators. We had to reach the faith-based community. We had to reach the local, like Boys and Girls Clubs and different things where kids were. And I've always said, I want everyone to understand and know about trauma and how it impacts children so that we can do just what Pastor said, look beyond the behavior. And the faith-based community in particular is really close to my heart, because I'm connected to the faith-based community. I'm part of the faith-based community as a whole, and I feel like sometimes the church doesn't have the opportunity to really have this type of information presented.
I agree.
And the more we can empower church leaders and people working with kids with truth of how trauma truly impacts these children and how we can best care for them, it's just going to strengthen those children.
Well, and see, that's such a just that alone, because that's some honesty that not a lot of people really have that conversation with, and that's just realism, and to really break down that kind of barrier and these, maybe stigmatisms or stereotypes, whatever you want to call them, it's time to really have these open and really honest conversations, because you really, and Aaron, you know this better than I do, obviously, it's just my thoughts, how many times do you meet that person that's just not very approachable, that just as people call them, or her, whoever it is, just, man, you can't even get along with that person, you can't even talk to them. Well, as an adult, you start to realize, well, there's probably a reason for that. And you can even, and not to understand and become best friends with that person, but just to respect what their life is a little bit more,
Yeah, and meet people where they're at. And I believe in the power of prayer, and I believe in what the church stands for. I also know that we've got to go, I don't want to say beyond that, because I think that that's the end all answer. Right. But we've got to know that it's deeper than just, let's pray for that child.
Well, and that's the thing, because at the end of the day, whatever happens, are we doing enough? And if you can answer yes, then that's great. And if you can't answer yes, then do it until you can, And
I just want to say this, I am so incredibly impressed with, the Bethalto Church of God is one of them. Abundant Life and Alton is
They're
another
good people
one.
too, yeah.
I'm not just
There's
trying to
dozens.
shirt out churches. There's dozens.
Sure.
But at the hunger that they have for really wanting to understand how to best love and reach these children.
Well, and that's such a good point, Aaron. And Jacob and Joey, this New Year's coming around, is here, and things are rocking and rolling, and families are getting ready to go back to school whenever school is good enough to go to. But Bethalto Church of God, I'm sure, is open for new parishioners, new individuals that maybe want to find that place to go. Take me through a little bit of what Bethalto Church of God's all about, some of your guys' ways that, you practice your worship, and what folks can expect.
Yeah, so Bethel Church of God, we are a church that's committed to, reaching the whole family. So from, the littlest child to the senior citizen and everybody in between, we have something for everyone at our church. And, it's really our mission to, to Aaron's point, meet them where they are, but recognize that where they are is not where they have to stay, that God can change them through the ministries of the church, through the worship services, through the youth ministries, children's ministries. So we have highly effective, children's ministry from newborn through 5th grade.
Doing a good job.
And then Pastor, and then Pastor Joey.
Oh, sorry, different guy. Well, he's doing, he or she's doing a good job. I was giving him more credit.
Yeah, Pastor Ben's doing a great job. And then Joey kind of picks up with our sixth grade through high school, and then we have young adult ministry and men's ministry and women's ministry. And so on Sundays we gather at 8:30 and 10:30, and then our midweek services are on Wednesday night at 6:30.
Really cool. And now, what's the Facebook website? What way can we learn more about just the church overall?
Yeah, so bcog.cc is our website.
Okay.
And that's how they can register for this conference if they'd like to attend. We would, prefer pre-registration just so we can make sure we have enough materials for everyone and enough lunch ordered in. And
with a $5 lunch, I'm telling you, that is like, you are, good luck going to McDonald's and finding
something. Should you tell them
something.
what the lunch is?
Oh, yeah. Come on. Hold on. This is I'm nosy. What are we having?
It's Chick-fil-A.
Are you serious?
Oh, yes.
For $5.
That's right.
All right, John.
I know. Why wouldn't you?
Hold on, let me talk to my boss here. I think that we can get a team training session going on now.
But also, you can find us on Facebook at Bethel Church of God.
Do you guys
and
stream
Instagram.
any services?
We do. Yes. So we stream our 10:30 service on Sunday morning.
I think that's a great way for people to get a gauge, before they go in, because sometimes that's a little alarming for folks, especially if they're new to the area, to make that step in. And really cool that you guys are open like that. And now, fill me in on some of the youth stuff that we're working on.
Man, we've got a great youth program. I deal with just the teenagers that are middle school up to high school. We do a transportation ministry, but we reach out not just to the teens.
What's transportation ministry?
So we go out and we pick up kids that can't come to church on their own. So kids that want to come but don't have parents that necessarily are involved.
That's really cool.
And we do that for our kids and for our teens. It's a big part of what we do, and that's part of what led us to try to be involved with this. Is we want to give that resource to our leaders to help reach those kids. And so, we are
great.
Every Wednesday night we have youth service. Every Sunday we have kids church. We have something going on at both services, and so we've got plenty of opportunities for kids to get involved and just looking to reach them where they are.
What are some of the activities and some of the things?
Well, one of the things we just had, we had a late night hangout. We hung out from like 7 to midnight, and we had a volleyball tournament
That's
in our
cool.
gym. So it just various things. We've had a pizza Olympics before. We have water days. We do it all, but we're not just about the fun too. We want kids to have a true spiritual encounter and see something that's going to change them, right?
Well, and I think for parents though, because it's not even just the religious side of things, and I think that's great. I'm someone who practices my faith, but it's just the fact that there's not a lot of places where kids can go and truly be safe anymore in today's age. And I'm not trying to be the media guy that scares you, but I mean you see these things that happen at parks and all these things, and just to know that if you're a part of a group that's practicing, it doesn't have to be word for word what the gospel you want them to hear, but just the way to live life in that group setting and being safe. What parent wouldn't want that? I mean, that's just kind of my takeaway on it. Yeah,
amen
this
to
is
that.
great. You guys are doing some good stuff. Aaron, you made a good call on your host. And now are you guys going to do more services or like this together throughout the year, or more sessions? Am I putting him on the hot sheet?
We're definitely talking about it. Yeah, we were just talking about that. So we will look to keep it on the schedule.
How many participants are able to come? Is it limited to numbers?
I don't think we're necessarily limited. I think we should be fine.
Just need to know how much Chick-fil-A is coming.
Just trying to order that Chick-fil-A.
Yes, register, please.
Please register.
There is a QR code to register at. Is there a physical website too?
Yeah, so if you go on our website, bcog.cc, you can find the flyer there and click on that QR code. It will take you directly to the registration.
Sorry, I type like an old person. I go, hold on here. Found it. So all you do is go right there, and now I just like to walk through it with the folks online if we can. Let's go picture in picture. Yeah, I'm not wearing a collared shirt today, but it's still a suit shirt. I promise. I got it from the same catalog section at Penny's. Anyway, go to bcog.cc/events, or just go to the homepage, click on the events tab, and then click on this flyer. It'll take you right there. Man, my eyes are getting bad, folks. Oh, my goodness. And you put your first and last name in, fill out all the information, church name, how many attending, hit submit. You are good to go and ready to go and learn from Aaron, Angie, and be a part of Bethalto Church of God for this really great trauma training session. With that being said, what else should we talk about today? Anything else to get out about this event?
I think that's all.
No, I think
you've
that
covered it.
take the opportunity to sign up.
Yeah,
If
come
you
learn.
are interested, come and join us. If you hate it, I guess you can leave. But when you get there,
Well-
you won't want to leave.
And then once again, Bethalto Church of God, Walking in Power, Living Out Love. What's the Facebook page? Is it just Bethalto Church of God?
Yes.
Okay, and that's Bethalto Church of God, and that's at 800 East Bethalto Drive, and that would be in Wood River. No, in Bethalto.
Yeah, we're right at the corner of 140 and Moreland Road, so it's very easy to find.
Oh, you're at the big intersection, too. You're
Yeah.
making it easy for folks.
Yeah, you can't
right
miss
there.
us. We're right there.
Can't miss us, yeah.
With that being said, we'll take a quick break. Thanks for a great interview.
You, CJ.
And 10:43, we'll come back with more Daily Show right after this one on this cold Tuesday morning in the heart of the 618.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Dibs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I got a few for you today. All-Star Award, 1046. Welcome back, Daily Show. CJ Nasello here with you, and here's our buffoons of the week. Alrighty. So, where do we start? Okay. So, just because it's more of a local story, we'll go here first. So, sheriff's deputies in Missouri came to the rescue. And no, this ain't Ricky Bobby, but they did catch a spider monkey wearing a pink tutu near a busy highway. Must have been late for work. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office said on social media that deputies responded to the area of highways 21 and M of reports of a subject monkeying around. Dun dun. They arrived to find the spider monkey dressed in what appeared to be a tutu, and after careful negotiations and some coaxing, deputies were able to get close enough to get hands-on with the subject by bringing this banana situation. Okay, this is terrible. Under control without incident. Public Safety Information Coordinator Grant Bissell said the monkey actually approached one of the deputies who is a canine handler. He said, "Save me, I'm wearing a dress." Anyway, the monkey was found to have fled from a nearby home. The primate was safely returned to its caretaker, even though it was heard saying, "Please don't leave me with this person. They put me in tutus. A monkey. Let me be a wild animal." All right. Here's where family drama starts. Darla, Darla, Darla. Oh, Darla. Darla Carpenter, 61 of New Hampton, Iowa, told lottery officials that she won her $250,000 because she was given a winter-winning scratch-off ticket for Christmas, and it made for a long night when she revealed that $250,000 top prize. Uh-oh. Who gave the ticket away? They get half. They get half. I'm sorry. That's the way I live. If I give you that ticket and you hit $1 million, I better at least get $1,000 or so. You know, not a half, but like 1%, 0.5%, something. Drama's going to start with this family. You wait and see. Let's read. Neither of us slept that night. I still don't know how to feel, but I've got my picture and the check, and it's amazing. She said her winnings will make for a more comfortable retirement in a couple of years. Well, at least you'll be able to travel because you aren't going to get invited back over for Christmas. All right, moving on. Maryland man used the license plate number. So listen to this. A Maryland man used the license plate number from a car that cut him off in traffic to play the lottery. He said, "That son of a gun, if I'm losing, it's going to be because of that jerk today." Well, guess what? Guy won $500,000 because of that jerk's license plate. How about that? You know, karma, my friends. Just play their plate numbers or report them. Up to you. Hey, the Glen Burnie man told Maryland lottery officials he was driving on the highway recently when that rude driver cut him off, causing him to make a mental note of that vehicle's license plate. Man, good memory on him. I can't remember what I did 10 minutes ago, let alone someone's license plate number. I don't even know mine. The man ended up visiting Doc's F&B Liquors in Glen Burnie later in the day and decided to use that license plate number for his Pick 5 tickets. He bought 10 identical ones for the drawing, and I figure if you're going to play, you should play big. He found you got to play to win. That's what Dave Chappelle used to say. He found his traffic troubles paid off when that ticket earned him a $50,000 prize, a total with all the tickets of $500,000. The winner said his prize money will go towards paying off CJ Nasello's bills and making invest. That was nice of that guy. Huh. I'll send him a letter later. All right. One final one for you today, and this is just kind of a cool one. David Rush is already breaking records this year. He teamed up with basketball fan Chris Stump to attempt to retake the title. Okay, the title of... This is so dumb. Of most behind-the-back basketball passes in 1 minute. They originally broke the record with 61 in a minute. It was rebroken by 65, and now those two, they did it by getting 70 behind-the-back passes in a minute. And I talk about him because David Rush does that to raise awareness for STEM and all of STEM education and all of that for kids. So always great to share his journey and all that cool stuff. All righty. With that being said, anything else fun to do? Fun to talk about? Oh, look at this. Man, oh man. Talk about a sinkhole problem. Goodness. Hold on. Let me find this. I got to... Oh, my goodness. My prep sheets are getting worse and worse to read. Look at the... Hold on. I got to wait for this video to pop up. But a sinkhole opened up Thursday along Interstate 80 in northern New Jersey. This isn't even an all-star award. This is an odd news story, but man, listen to this, okay? So road crews were repairing a short stretch of Interstate 80 in northern New Jersey on Friday where a sinkhole forced the eastbound lanes to shut down, and it's still unknown when they'll reopen. It's 40 feet wide, so it's got nothing on old Alton, Illinois sinkhole at Gordon Moore Park, or Gordon F. Moore Community Park. But man, I mean, look at this darn thing. Hold on here. Can I zoom in? Is there any way I can do that? Look at, I mean, this is just incredible. Let's see if I can get just a quick little glimpse. Look at that over there. This is on our AP side of the RiverBender.com website. I just clicked on AP News and clicked on their homepage. But look at that. That's a 40-foot wide sinkhole, and you're repairing that. That thing just gives away from you. Man, talk about a weird way to end your workday. All right, that's the All-Star Award. We'll take a quick break. More Daily Show next.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off dog walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit villagedispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Welcome back to our Daily Show. Here's CJ.
Welcome back. I just wanted to yell, what the hell? 10:55. Couple of news stories for you to leave you with on this Tuesday. Republic Services has announced that it will resume its trash collection services on Tuesday following a one-day delay due to the inclement weather. The company will begin the collection route scheduled for Monday and will extend operations through Saturday, January the 11th, to accommodate. The municipal sales manager for Republic Services indicated that some rural areas and subdivisions with hilly terrain after the winter storm may pose challenges for collection if conditions are unsafe. Residents in those affected areas will be notified through a call blast to ensure the safety and that of the drivers. Breslin encouraged residents to share this information on social media to help spread the word about the service updates. Thank you for your patience, is how she concluded. Also in the news today, Dalton Brown reporting that Wood River City Council members are moving forward with plans for a downtown dog park after accepting a $73,000 bid for concrete work on this project. Councilmen unanimously accepted a bid from Stutz Excavating Inc. to perform concrete work for the downtown dog park. The proposal from Stutz calls for 2,246 square feet of concrete sidewalk, 570 feet, of concrete curb, and more at a total cost of $73,321. This amount was the lowest of all three bids the council received. Councilman Bill Dittmer said he wasn't sure building the dog park was, quote, the right thing to do, end quote, for the city. His opinion on the matter has been swayed by a dog-owning constituent who emailed him in support of the project. It's not because I'm against dogs or anything like that. He said, I'm just not 100% sure that this is the right thing for the city to be doing, but I'm going to support it anyway. Councilman David Ayers asked who would be in charge of maintaining the park. City Manager Steve Palin said the responsibility would fall on individual dog owners and the Park and Rec Department, the latter of whom would clean the park on an as-needed basis. With no further discussion, City Council members unanimously voted to accept the bid from Stutz. The item approval sets concrete work on the project officially in motion, though the exact completion date has yet to be determined. And then finally in the news today, on this 7th day of January, we ended on this note. East St. Louis School District has announced the opening of a community warming center at Mason Clark Middle School that started at 7 a.m. yesterday and continues through this Thursday, the 9th. The East Alton School District said this initiative aims to provide shelter from the extreme cold conditions affecting this area. Sydney Stiggy Kaufman, the Executive Director of Communications and Strategic Partnerships, had this to say: you are welcome to seek shelter from excessive cold conditions at Mason Clark Middle School. In addition to the warming center, the district announced that there will be no school today due to the winter weather. However, scheduled high school basketball games will proceed as planned, including East St. Louis at Edwardsville High School boys basketball game at 7:30 p.m. tonight. And, my friends, we're out of time. And that's how we'll end it today. I'll see you back here live at 9 for another full show of guests. We'll have some more fun. Until then, well, just try your best, as always, to stay out of jail.